So we were talking about us coming out to ourselves, to each other, and I think that's very important. Let's talk about how we come out to our family, specifically our mom.
Before that, let's talk about dad.
Okay.
I don't think we ever told him. I think mom told dad, and he never asked.
What made you think she did? One of the very few interaction that I had with dad.
Yes.
Unexpected lah, of course. I believe it has since formed a very core memory of my relationship with dad.
Yes.
So it was during one of those days when I came back from
Hong Kong, China,
Hong Kong or Vietnam.
Okay.
Definitely during those days. And that, I think he struck 4D, and I was, because I was on so-called on leave, so I was able to bring him to the
Singapore pools.
Yes, right, to collect the winnings.
Yes.
So in the car ride, he just shot me a question. He's never asked this question before. Are you single? Are you seeing someone? To that, I answered him no, naturally.
Even though you were with your...
If it was in Hong Kong, I was already with partner. Yeah. But whatever case is, I just told him no, because I wasn't ready to be driving, minding the road, and come out to my dad.
Yes. That's why men can multitask.
Maybe.
Dear listeners, truth.
Right? So instinctively, in a very knee-jerk manner, I just replied him, no, I wasn't seeing anyone. To which he replied, yeah, also good lah. Not seeing anyone, single is quite good, no trouble whatsoever. To this day, I don't know what he meant by that. Okay, first off, our dad is not someone who is diplomatic.
Yes, Philip. He's known to rub people the wrong way with his words.
Yes.
Not his actions, his words. Key point.
So him having said that, was it sort of a way of escapism, of trying to avoid the topic?
Which is why I think, going back to that point earlier, Philip, that I think mom told dad already, but he doesn't know how to confirm because he's so bad with words.
Okay.
Right? So
because of that, you had a suspicion?
Yes.
I like to think the other way, where mom, being a woman of her generation, would decide to shoulder all of this responsibility of her sons being gay by herself.
Okay.
So she wouldn't have told that, in a way.
Fair point. Right, Philip. So yes, back to the point about how we respectively came out to mom.
Okay. You did it before me first.
Yes. So this is where things are a bit more interesting. So you came out to me first, but I came out to mom first. As a life philosophy, dear listeners and viewers, I personally believe that you don't ask a question that you don't want to hear an answer to. Right? So in this case, the context is I was also with my partner already at that point in time when mom found out that I'm gay. And because I was staying over at his place during weekends, frequently enough for me to not come home. Of course, any mother with enough instinct would know that I'm seeing someone.
Yes, that's correct.
And any mother who has gay sons will probably know that, fuck, I have a gay son. And you know what they say about gut instinct, right? So
but you having said these two statements is as though that she did not even acknowledge that you have a girlfriend. You just have someone that is making you stay out on weekends and not come home.
That's right.
And that someone has to be a guy.
You know how women are, mothers and instincts. So I'm giving her the benefit of the doubt that she has great gut instinct, gut feel. So so one fine day she just asked me point blank, am I seeing a guy? To which I said yes. And then it all went downhill from there. The many years after that moment, our relationship became very strained. It doesn't help that you are not in Singapore. So she has to deal with her only son, physically present in Singapore, who is now gay, God forbid. And she feels that as a woman, she has failed her role as a mother, as the daughter-in-law. Oh no, I will never have grandchildren, blah, 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 all that shit, right? And to me, that really hurt me and I was very unhappy. I think that is a very huge issue to the point where I had to seek help. My ex-company, we had access to resources that can help us.
I know. It's called Employee Assistance Program, EAP. And counseling is part of that.
So I was assigned a mental health professional
Okay.
to help me sort through some issues I was dealing with. So
Okay.
I didn't go to that professional specifically for this issue, but it was weighing on me now. And it's very clear that my relationship with mom was very strained because both of us are on opposite ends of this entire situation. She's not going to change her mind. I'm done trying to change her mind. Basically an impasse, if you will.
Okay.
I mean, my partner also definitely helped in this whole process. Eventually, he made me come around that,
Okay.
look, he doesn't like mom.
Okay.
But he doesn't hate her. But ultimately, she's still my mom. So you have to resolve it. You don't have to leave her. You don't have to disrespect her. But what if you find a solution around this? No solution yet, but what if you find a solution around this?
While I was overseas, I think there was a few times when I called back to mom just to say hi. Either that or over text, she did tell me that you are gay.
That's cute.
Yeah, acknowledgement on her part. I don't know why you said that's cute.
I mean, because it's not acceptance, but she's saying it,
Yeah.
you know?
And her saying that, I'm not sure whether she was trying to. On some levels, it definitely did. It was just trying to give a subtle hint that, you know what, you're all I have right now.
Emotional blackmail. So nice.
Like mothers, right? Of course, back then I haven't came out to her, and I believe I've come out to myself already lah.
Correct.
I was with someone, but I already left with someone after I've been posted overseas. There's someone being a guy, by the way.
Yes. Just to be clear.
Yeah. So in Vietnam, even though I came out of the closet to myself, I had to go back to a closet because I was working in a company and in an environment in the country, Vietnam, which is not as open as it is right now.
Yeah.
Right?
Things were different.
Yeah. Even though there was a gay scene there, which we'll touch on a little bit more later, I've not prepared to be out and about until I decided to leave. So again, chronologically, let's talk about that later. And when I was in Vietnam, I was playing straight, and because all my other colleagues, Singaporeans and Malaysians, they had girlfriends. Coincidentally, out of the girlfriends, there's someone who's like available.
Let me recommend you my friend.
Yes.
That's what all these straight people always do.
Yeah,
Gay people do that as well, but you know. Or rather, allies of gay people always say, "Oh, you're so cute. You're gay. Why are you still single? Let me hook you up with my friend."
Please don't. Cool. So this girl was available, and me playing straight, I just pounced on the chance, both literally and figuratively speaking. That's correct. I mean, she was being my beard lah, so I was paying for her beard service lah. By the way, those who don't know what beard means, it actually means a foil, typically a female, who plays a partner to a gay male.
That's correct.
Yeah.
So she's a beard.
Yeah.
Yes.
So that the guy could look manly, beard, you know.
Yeah.
Was with this person, this lady, and then sometimes she'll stay over and then we will have sex. Yeah, so that was actually my first sexual encounter with a female. And mostly out of necessity. I mean, I enjoy it because it's
Biologically, it's sound.
Yes. So I'm not saying that I am attracted to women emotionally.
Okay.
Yeah, because again, during that time, it was playing a role.
Right. So Philip, at least you still remain true to the notion of you being gay, even if you had to come out to yourself but go back into the closet for everyone else, so to speak.
That's correct, yes. Towards the end of my time in Vietnam, actually I wouldn't know it was at the end of my time because I was in Vietnam for 7 years. I think by the 6 years or so, I was already kind of tired playing straight.
I know, right?
Yeah.
It does take a toll on you, doesn't it?
Yeah. So I was already quite senior in my role, in my age as well. I was more than 30 already.
Okay.
I went to Vietnam when I was 27. So 27 plus 6 is 30 something
35,
already.
yeah.
I really didn't want to play straight anymore. Through a gay circle, I found someone, a twink, if you will. A twink is someone who is younger. Because I was 33 back then, and then I think he was in the age of 24, 25. Not exactly a twink per se,
Correct.
but because how they are built in Vietnam, yeah,
Exactly.
they tend to be a little bit more twink-ish.
Some might say wayfish.
And I got to know this person, and then we spent more time together. I had him come over and stay over at the place. That was actually my subtle way of telling my colleagues that I am seeing some guy. And there are times when my friend will stay overnight, and then the next day when he goes off, he'll bump into my colleagues while we were staying together.
It's the same building.
Yeah, same hostel, if you will. So it was a way of telling them that, I'm gay. And I was actually prepared to be settling into Vietnam and then even to be with this guy until Hong Kong came about. And that was also the start of me coming out to my friends.
Correct. Even before you came out to mom.
Correct. Because I was away, out of sight, out of mind, right?
Correct.
So I didn't feel the need to come out to mom. Instead, I came out to all my ex-colleagues first. The party that I had to celebrate me leaving Vietnam was called Out of the Closet.
Appropriate?
There were two meanings, because I was really clearing out my closet, so I was just trying to sell my stuff or give away my stuff to my ex-colleagues. The other part is, of course, letting them know that
Gay boy, gay man, really.
by that age, gay man already. Yes. So that was me achieving another level of comfort of being able to come out. So mom was in Hong Kong.
Yeah.
Visited with auntie.
This is a good story, by the way.
Visited with our auntie and our cousin.
Yeah.
Right. So at that time, my partner was already staying with me in the same building. And the whole cohort was staying near me in a hotel
nearby.
Yeah. So that I can be with them. They couldn't stay with me because Hong Kong apartments, right? So small.
Yeah. Correct. Yeah.
I remember one incident where I wanted to show mom my apartment, but I have to get rid of the partner.
Yes.
So I kind of have to coordinate, like, okay, she'll be here this date, so can you make yourself scarce, At that point,
if you have watched all the gay drama, listeners and viewers, you know the drill.
At that point in time, I was still not prepared to come out to mom. I was still trying to no, for as long as I can hide this thing, I will hide this thing.
Right. So dear listeners, if you are taking notes, I came out to mom first. I'm vilified for so many years. Or Philip here, I think the good son, the still straight son that mom is pinning all the hope on, gallivanting in North Asia.
Yeah, in Southeast Asia.
Southeast Asia.
Having fun. Fucking man.
Yeah, and all that shit, right? And yeah, asshole.
Well, anywho, yeah, so the story goes that there was one dinner. I think that I kind of ran out of where to bring them for dinner. So I decided, okay, there's a nice Japanese restaurant in the same building where I stayed on the second floor, right?
Yeah.
So I decided to bring them there.
Mom's not a big fan of Japanese food, actually.
Yes, but it is quite good. I mean, mom is rice and chicken cutlet, right? Pork cutlet, right? Sukiyaki, shabu-shabu, right? So I brought them there, and because on that very day itself, incidentally, my partner kind of wasn't feeling well, so he stayed home. Yeah. So if you can imagine, me and the whole family on the second floor, my partner on the 15th floor. So I told him, okay, if I'm not well, never mind, just stay home. I'm gonna order food for you. When it's ready, you can just come and pick it up, and then you can go back home to eat. Because obviously I can't bring it up to him because it'll be too late. So I settled everyone in, ordered for everyone, and then placed a separate order for my partner. Now, that could have sparked some suspicion in our mom.
Right? Why are you buying something else for someone else? We're all here, what?
Yeah, correct. So that's one point. And then once all the food is being served, including the takeaway, I texted my partner that he can come down already, right? So while everybody was enjoying the food, I texted my partner, and then he texted back to say that, he's here already. So this restaurant actually has two entrances. One main entrance and one side entrance, which was close to where we were seated. So I took the food meant for my partner
To take away, yeah.
and told him that I'll be passing it to him at the side entrance because it's closer, right?
Right, that makes sense.
Yeah, so I took the food, went to the side entrance, passed it to him, and came back. So when I came back, I saw our mom sitting back down in a seat. There's actually a window which gave visibility to the side entrance from where we sat. Yeah, so it was obvious that she stood up to see who I passed the food to. She saw that.
What did I say about women and gut instinct, especially mothers and gay sons?
Yes. So she sat back down, and it was an awkward dinner. Luckily, it didn't last very long because
We're wrapping up. Right.
we're finishing up the food, and then I sent them back to the hotel. So the very next day, she could no longer hold her questioning again. So
Once again, dear listeners, back to my point. Don't ask a question you don't want to hear the answer to.
our mom has this certain pattern.
Yeah.
She just wants to know the truth when she wasn't quite prepared for it. So then the very next day, while working along the streets of Hong Kong, I was bringing them out for lunch, I think. So my auntie and my cousin were walking in front, and then she was alone with me, and she asked me whether I was seeing this guy. So knowing that she saw it already, there was no point of me trying to hide it. So I said, yes, I'm seeing a person.
We're such honest sons, yeah?
At least for you, you still could have.
I could have lied. Yeah.
You could have lied, you could have denied. Think of crazy stories to cover, but I couldn't have because I knew she saw it. Actually, if you really want to...
Oh, he's a friend.
Yeah, he's my roommate.
Yeah, he's
but
a roommate.
The thing is, look, the apartment is so fucking small. You don't even have space for yourself.
And Jesus, that whole roommate thing is getting a bit tired, isn't it?
Yeah, when there's just one bed, roommate. Really?